The Flora and Fauna event has begun. I'm Professorvoqas, and this is Harry Potter Wizards Unite. I'm back over at my favorite place to play, Waverly Place. About to open up the game, haven't even opened it since the event started. It's actually been almost 110 heat index, so I've actually been waiting for it to cool down. So I'm getting a little later start, mainly because I just didn't want to just burn up out here. Let's go ahead and sit down and start the game. All right, opening up the game for the first time since the event went live. There you are. About a year ago, you were such a big help returning creatures to the forest. Talking about part one. I thought maybe you'd be willing to help out again. You see, the calamity sets something loose that shouldn't be, something dangerous. It's burned a path right through the forbidden forest. Hagrid, are you saying that there is actual physical damage being done in the forbidden forest by a foundable? Aye, seems like maybe so. Something burned that path, and it wasn't no angry blast-ended scroot, I can tell you. This is terrible news. If the creatures stolen by the calamity have started affecting the environment outside of the traces, this could be a real disaster. This might be a real disaster. Well, there we go. So that is the beginning. You can see I literally just opened it. So I have 3 brilliant spawns available. Let's go to the tasks real quick, though. Make sure they're there. Not SOS. We want special. So there we are on task set 1 of 4, which we talked about yesterday. So should be able to go through this pretty quickly. The first thing I'm going to do is brew tonic for trace detection 1 time. If we go over to my potions, I actually started a tonic much earlier in the day, knowing it would finish before the time I was going to play. So I'm going to tap this to collect it. Then we'll back out, and you can see it gave me credit for brewing a potion for my dailies and brewing that tonic for trace detection. So let's go over to special assignments, collect, and get an armadillo bile for that. Now I got to return 5 foundables guarded by fire-breathing chickens and 2 ingredients or portmanteau on the map. Let's go for an event foundable first. See what we get. Oh, I accidentally picked up some bitterroot. Oh, well, there you go. That helped me with one of the 2. So what event foundable am I going to get first? Oh, look at that. Right off the bat, a newt. That first newt actually departed on me after 1 cast, and then my guy started GPS drifting everywhere, so I wasn't getting any consistency with traces. But I did click on this Legend of Hogwarts, and it is a fire-breathing chicken, so I said, well, let me back out and I'll wait till I settle down and then we'll go for it, because this is a fire-breathing chicken. So this would be one of the 5 I need. Nice. 1 down, 4 to go for this particular task. Yep, and it gave it to me up top there. So now we'll click on another event foundable. Let's see if another newt. Let's see if I can get him this time. There we go. Nice. First one was a first turn depart, and this one was a first turn return. So it's evening out in the end, I suppose. Nice. There we go. So 2 out of 20 toward placing that image, which I am going to hold on to if I reach that point until stage 4 of 4 when I have to place 3 foundables. But good, definitely a good start. I don't need them now for a quest. That's not till section 3. But it is good to go ahead and get a head start on that. Now you can see there's no more event traces, but might be able to find some fire-breathing chickens. This is an aguamente. Obviously, I don't need it right now, but it's good to see that they are appearing. There we go. It is worth noting on the Discord, people were letting us know, at least early on in this event, that aguamente, you only needed to cast it. Not even be successful. So in the case of, say I failed 4 casts and then on the 5th one I returned the foundable, it would count as 5 casts of aguamente. So when it's asking you to cast aguamente, it doesn't even mean successfully. At least at the start of the event, that wasn't the case. So double check to see, because you could almost purposely not do very well at it to not return the foundable, and as long as it didn't depart, you'd be able to get multiple casts off on 1 foundable. Nice. Mad Eye Moody's Eye, which is a fire chicken, so this would be number 2 out of 5 if I can pull it off. Nice. Again, that was first cast as well. I'm sure my luck will even out, or for the event itself, who knows if they made it a little bit easier. 2 more fragments, I actually get to place that image again, but that will get me 2 out of 5 for the fire-breathing chickens. All right, well, I picked this spot initially because there was a little sliver of shade, but the sun's actually moving on top of me now. And more importantly, it's actually moving on top of the camera, which will then make it overheat and it won't work anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead, move around a little bit, put a tonic on, put a Baruffios on, because I really want that experience, and grind for a little bit. I'll check back in with an update in just a little bit. All right, first check-in, probably not 5 minutes after I just left you. I actually walked down to a different spot with a little bit of shade. I'm actually near some fountains behind me. It's kind of nice, but I just heard a bunch of thunder, so I think there's a storm rolling in, as per usual whenever I come here. But I did just return a brilliant buckbeak. Didn't get that on recording, but people have been reporting when you get the brilliant buckbeak, you start out by getting this salamander fragment. So I'm on that registry page. Now, if I don't place the image, then it'll actually start to cycle through the rest of these images. So if you need these images, don't place the salamander, catch more buckbeaks and unicorns. You'll get more events of this page's fragments until you fill up all four: the snargaluff, the young brilliant acromantula, and the scorched tree stump. And once you get all of them, if you don't do anything, it'll cycle back to the salamander, essentially. So if you don't have these images and you're wondering why you keep getting salamanders, just don't place the image and it'll move on and it'll give you the other fragments and you can finally fill out this page. Because you'll get those 4 fragments and then you'll get the unicorn and buckbeak. And in my guide yesterday, which was based off the information that was given, once you had the image placed, you weren't supposed to get any more fragments. Well, that's not occurring. They're giving you fragments anyway. So for me, I filled out everything. So for the salamander, if I go ahead and place the salamander image, because I don't need the other fragments, it gives me 50 family XP, which is going to give me a rank up. It's only 40 XP to rank up, so every time I do this, I will get a rank up. So I get a runestone, 5 scrolls, and a rank up, which means, oh, look, I got 2 rank ups. Nice. 2 runestones, 2 rank ups for 1 salamander. So that means if I go back out now and catch another unicorn or buckbeak, it's going to give me that salamander fragment. I only need 1. I place the image, another 50 family XP. I'm only ranked 25 right now, so this is a way for me to grind very quickly up to the top. Now that's not this page, obviously. It's not the event page. We're talking about the part 1 page. The event page, we talked about how to get all of these in the guide. So, easy way to get fragments. If you have all the images, just keep getting the salamander and placing it. If you need all the images, then get the unicorns and buckbeaks. That'll get that image placed. And then don't place the other images until you have all the fragments. Then place them, and then just keep getting the salamander so you can build up. Anyway, I want to back out because there is one thing I forgot, that can't pick up any Portkeys because I literally have 10 Portkeys right here ready to go. So I haven't put the Baruffios on yet, or the tonic. I'm going to put the Baruffios on, which mine lasts a little longer than a tonic right now. So I'm going to put the Baruffios on, open up all the Portkeys, and then switch over to a tonic, and then we'll start to grind out, and I'll check back in with you. Maybe at the end of the Portkeys if I get a decent amount of experience. All right, Portkeys done. Opened up all 10 of them with the Baruffios on. Ended up getting about 15,000 experience, give or take a couple hundred. I just rounded most of the math as I was keeping track. I did get an image to place though here on this Magizoology page, so I'm going to place this guy. Nice. He is going to give me a rank up too, which is, I'm only at 34, so this is going to give me to 35. And the other thing I haven't done, if you haven't done it yet, I'm remembering right now, is to go to the store and pick up your complimentary box. So complimentary gifts, claiming it. It's the tonic for trace detection ingredients, the hermit shell crab, and 25 spell energy, which I'm already over on energy, so this is going to put me way over on energy. My ingredients, because of the Portkeys, I'm also over on them. So I'm going to have trouble picking up any ingredients, which is one reason I went ahead and cleared out the Portkeys, because now I can actually, a Portkey should appear at some point here, and then I should be able to pick it up to finish up that pick up 2 ingredients or Portkeys on this first task right here. You can see I picked up 1, it was the ingredient, but now I need that, and I haven't returned any more of those foundables. So now is the time to put on the tonic for trace detection and start to grind out some of these event foundables, and we'll check back in when I'm ready to head to step 2 of those tasks. I picked up another Portkey and I'm at 4 out of 5 on the chickens. So if I manage to pull this off, we will move to step 2 of the tasks, if I can get this. I've seen a fair number of these. I say a fair number. I've seen a fair number in a short time. Like every other one I click on seems to be a chicken or an aguamente, because people will get to that task either. So far I am seeing enough opportunity to complete these tasks. So I did get it. So let's head to finish up these tasks. here we are. Collect 2 ingredients or portmanteaus on the map. That got me 1 wormwood. And return 5 foundables guarded by fire-breathing chickens for a invigoration draft. Okay, well, we'll do that first. And then at the bottom here, you see I'm getting 550 experience, 50 family experience, 2 defense against the dark arts books, 1 dragonhide gloves fragment. We'll go to the page, and 10 energy. Oh, whoops, I hit checkout now instead of collect. I don't need to check out the event. So boom, it's moved us on to step 2. But before we worry about step 2, here in the registry, let's go to the event page. Probably going to get some experience here. Yep, from that award. So up to rank 29. I have already returned, I think, 3 salamanders from Buckbeak, a unicorn, and another Buckbeak. Again, scrolls and whatnot. So if I scroll down, you can see dragonhide gloves are ready to be placed, but I'm not going to place them. I'm saving them for step 4. I'm also going to save the dragon claw, which I'll get at the end of the second set of tasks. So let's go back to the second set of tasks. Use the tonic for trace detection 1 time. Unfortunately, I'm still in the middle of the one I'm using now, so I can't use another one. Recover 1 fire crab foundable, which I need to go into fortress for that, and then defeat 14 foes. Let's get on the night bus and see how many times it takes me to get that fire crab fragment using a brilliant event runestone. So I'm going to go to ruins chamber 3 because I just want to go by myself. And there we go. Where is it? Oh yeah, level 1, fantastic Flora and Fauna. I'll just go right in. So again, not guaranteed that I'll get it, and I only need 1 right now. I need 3 to actually place this image. All right, so let's see. Fortress down. Am I going to get lucky on my first attempt? Nope, just a fanged frisbee. So we'll go back in again. All these chambers are full. I'm going to jump up to ruins chamber 4. Brilliant runestone. Go right in. Keep in mind, the higher the level of the fortress, the more likely it is you're going to get a family foundable. And there we go again. Finished up. 3 foes again. Nothing too crazy. And are we lucky on this one? No. Tails of Beetle the Bard, but still not a fire crab. We'll go to ruins chamber 5 this time. And there we go again. So let's see if the 3rd time is the charm for getting that fragment. 3rd time's the charm. This is where the saying comes from. Got to do it 3 times. So, statistically speaking, if it's still 50% like normal family foundables, and if it's the only foundable from the family we're currently getting, I should get it half of the time. So, after the 3rd one, certainly happy with getting it. So, there we go. So, let's go to, if you look here, I've already... That was because I went through 3 chambers and each one had 3 foes in it, and I was by myself. I'm 9 out of 15 for that. And then recover 1 fire crab foundable. I have done that, so I'm going to go ahead and collect that. Strong extimulo for that. So I still need 6 more foes and wizarding challenges and use a tonic for trace detection. You can see my tonic for trace detection has about 7 minutes left on it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish out this tonic for trace detection because I don't want to go into fortresses while it's running. It's kind of wasting it. Grind some more foundables here, and when this finishes up, I'm going to put another one on. We'll go to a fortress, we'll finish up those 6 foes, and then we'll move on to task set 3. Tonic and Brufios just wore off, so I have 2 things to do really. I really want to I'm going to put on a tonic for trace detection, and I need to go 6 more foes and wizarding challenges. Since the tonic doesn't do me any good inside the wizarding challenge, I'm going to do those first, then use the tonic after I'm done with that, so I can move to the next stage on a tonic and a Brufios. So we're going to lay a Brufios down and go into the fortress, at least 2 of them. I'm going to go ahead and use brilliant runestones because I still need fire crab fragments, so I might as well. So here on the night bus, I'm going to go to ruins chamber 2 because simple, and use a fantastic Flora and Fauna. We've got 13 level 1 runestones for that, so might as well start using them. All right. First fortress down. Let's see if I got a fire crab piece. Nice, I did. So that was 2 foes out of the 6 I need. So I'm going to go back into ruins chamber 2 and use another one. They are just going to do 2 foes per time. In ruins chamber 2, you'll get 2 foes each time. That's pretty consistent. I don't think I've ever not gotten 2 foes. Ruins chamber 3, you can mix it up a little. Sometimes it's 2 if there's a higher level one, or it will be 3 commons. Kind of just depends. Because it's always trying to stay within a rating of difficulty, and it can be either way, whereas this one, it's just 2 straight up. All right, Fortress 2 down. Let's see if I got another fragment. That would be amazing. Nice. So I've got that. So I'm not going to actually place this image. There's no need to place it. I'll hold on to it. Oh, so that's 13 out of 15. I need to go back into the night bus one more time. Runes Chamber 2 again. You know what? This time, oh, let me back out. Yes, I'm going to leave. I am going to do Runes Chamber 2, but I don't want to use a fragment because I don't need to get that. I'm going to use a Baby Beast Runestone because I have 37 of them, and I'm really just doing this to get some foes. Can always place that image again. And there we go. Last 2 foes down. Let's see what fragment it gave me. Unfogging the Future. Ha! And I did get a Baby Horn Serpent. Eventually, I'll use those and get 2 more and be able to place that image. But this means we can back out. I've defeated the foes. Let's go ahead and put the tonic for trace detection on now so I can go and collect both those task rewards. There we go. It's going to pop up a bunch of stuff too, an extra 4 traces. But we'll be there in just a sec. Use tonic for trace detection 1 times, 2 Rumpenhorns, and defeat 15 foes, a silver key, which I'll take. Oh my gosh, the sun is back out. Let me adjust. Whew, the sun is right in my face, but that's okay. We're going to collect and we're going to get out of here. So 750 experience. 75 family experience, 3 restricted section books, 1 dragon claw fragment, which that's all we need to place the image, and 10 energy. So right now I have 3 images ready to place, which is awesome. I'm already ready for step 4, which means, let's back out. Oh, let's go back in. Special assignments, collect 5 ingredients or portmanteau. I still have portmanteau to collect, so I'll probably grab those. 15 aguamente. Again, I've been seeing them, so I'll just start to grind them out. And 10 brilliant newt scamander. So I can just keep going with the newts. I've caught a decent number already. And actually, let's look real quick. Registry, event, some rank up here. So you can see right now I have 3 foundable images ready to place. I have the dragon claw, the dragon hide gloves, and the fire crab. So newt is 8 out of 20. So I just need 10 of him. But worst case scenario, if I get 10 of him and I've finished that, then I get 2 more, so 12 plus 8. I'll be 20 out of 20. And at that point, it's a bummer if I can't place that image. So I can place that image now because I have 3 images already ready to be placed for the next step. So Newt, I can just keep rolling over if I'm still catching more of him while I'm finishing out that aguamente. So the tonic for trace detection is on. I just need to pick up some ingredients off the map, which energy does count, so I just picked up 1 there, and it'll give me credit for that. That shouldn't be a problem. It's really going to be the aguamente. So let's go ahead and grind out a little aguamente. Now that the sun is out, I definitely want to move to a shady spot again, and we'll finish this out. All right, as I place this buckbeak, a couple things happened. Got another brilliant salamander, nice, and I'm 9 out of 10 on buckbeak. But let's go over and let's place that salamander first. While camera was off, I went ahead and did a trace charm on a Whomping Willow, and it actually produced 2 more Whomping Willows for me. Like normal, I should get 2. Caught the first one, gave me 2 fragments, was able to place the image, fantastic, just like it's supposed to. Then the other one disappeared, like has happened with the trace charm, so I shut the game down and turned it back on, and it reappeared, but it moved and the original moved, so I had 2 of them sitting there and I couldn't tell which was which. So I went and tried to return one, it departed, and when I came out, the other one was gone, so no more Whomping Willows. Shut the game down, reopened it, they still weren't there. So kind of lost my trace charm in that way on the Whomping Willow, which is a bummer, but not a big deal. I do have the ability to get another trace charm today because I saved my 0.25 from this morning just walking around with my phone. So I actually can redo it, but I went ahead and did the in charm. And the reason I did the in charm, in addition to needing energy, is because I wanted to see if something worked, which is in the tasks. The collect 5 ingredients or portmanteau on the map. You can see I finished it. It was by collecting energy, but the in charm worked only halfway for me. I got into the inn and got 1 extra energy for the meal I got from there. And when I exited the inn, I wanted to see if those 4 energy, I get 4 energy produced when they come out, each one worth 1 energy. I was waiting to see if those 4 came out, if when I collected those, it would count toward this, which would be a nice quick way to do this. But they never even appeared, and I wasn't even maxed out on energy. I still had room for energy, and the 4 never actually appeared on the map. So my in charm kind of malfunctioned as well. But not a big deal. But one thing I did want to show you that is about to happen is I'm at 299,000 experience out of 300,000. So really within the next couple foundables, I should be leveling up. So let me catch a couple things and I'll get back to you. All right, next foundable should do it. It might as well be an event foundable if I can get it. So there you go, there's a buckbeak. If I can get a buckbeak, this should give me enough to put me to, and this is level 40 actually, so excited to hit another one of the landmark ones. Nice, that cast will do it. So let's just back out of here, 438. I can place the, it's gonna take me to the place the image page. I'll go ahead and place Buckbeak, there's no reason not to. And then I'm gonna place that Salamander too and get some rank ups here. By the way, I started at rank 23 and I'm at rank 47 already. And we're less than an hour into me playing today. And the Salamander as well. So there you go, I'm up to rank 49 at the moment, but when we back out, 39 to 40. New SOS training available. It says a free, and it is a spell mastery. By the way, every 5 levels getting spell mastery, they're not showing that anymore, nor do you specifically get it the way you used to get it. Now it's kind of incorporated into the SOS lessons, at least as far as I've been shown, that's how it works now. So there you go, 2 silver keys, 2 Barufios, 2 dark detectors, 2 extimula potions, 25 energy, and 35 coins. And then it wants me to go to training, which I will go there. And there you go, this is level 40. Clicking on that, you can see level 40 checkmate, +1 trace charm efficacy. Nice. And let's go to the tasks. Let's go ahead and collect my 6 snowdrop for getting the 5 ingredients on the map. All my ingredients were energy, by the way. They weren't ingredients or portmanteau. So I still have to perform 4 more augmentes and 7 more Newt Scamanders. I haven't finished the Newts and the augmentes yet, but I did hit this. It's a visual glitch. It's been going around Reddit a lot, but just in case you don't go to Reddit at all and haven't seen it, it's Madam Hooch, and there's been a visual glitch for a little bit now, and it doesn't affect the game, but that was a terrible cast. It doesn't affect the game or the experience, it doesn't affect any other aspect except it just looks odd. So I figured I'd let you see it. Nice, so I got her. Anyway, you can see, really odd, and then when you get to this screen, everything's back to normal. Just that actual part right there. Anyway, back to grinding on Newt and Augmente. Okay, still not done with Newt. I am done with the Augmentes, but I actually stopped here because I did want to give this one more try. I've got a emergency foundable in front of me, and I have re-upped my charm since then. So I'm going to drag it over, and we're going to put it on that. Look at that. It produced 3 of something else. So what is this? I'm going to click on it. That is the Whomping Willow. I assumed it was. I just wanted and look, I clicked on it and, okay, they just popped back. They were gone for a second. But what did they produce? Magizoology. Emergency. Look, it's Newt Scamander, but the non-brilliant kinds. I'm going to use Extimulos on this because I've boosted it by 25% right now is what. It's 25% more effective. I'm guessing the departure rate on these is higher than it is for the brilliance though. By the way, did you notice there was 3 of them because my efficacy has gone up? I've been getting 2 and now I get 3 additional traces. Nice. I have a Barufios on right now too, so this should give me 1,800 experience and 20 field guides. Lovely. And I get to place this image, which I will place. It did give me 2 fragments there. I am going to place this because if I get 2 more, obviously it's gonna let me place the image again if I manage to return the other 2, if they're even still there. If I can get back to the main screen. Look at that, they haven't disappeared yet. That is good. Nice, number 2, I got the second one. Let's see, how many fragments did it give me? +1, +2. See, it says 3 out of 3. I was already at max, so it should just be 2. And it always shows it properly here. So just know on this screen it's correct. And 1689 on the experience. That's because my cast wasn't as good. So let's see if that third one is still there. It is. So look, they didn't disappear on me. I don't know if that's just luck or whatnot. So let's see if it gives me 2 fragments this time. It should give me a fragment and then say max fragment bonus for going over. Oh, if I return it, don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. Nice. I forgot I didn't have an Extimulon, so I did put it in Extimulon since I clicked on him there. And it did actually make it where I did catch him, so nice. All right, 1806, 3 out of 3. You know I didn't look at the rewards, but I knew I was going to be 3 out of 3. And 20 more field guides. So let's go place that image again, because the image, Magizoology is going to rank up first. The image is going to give me ministry manuals. Nice, so 6 ministry manuals plus 6. That was 12 right there. Awesome. And back on the main screen, you can see the Whomping Willow is still there. So the question is, when I return this Whomping Willow, if I return it, no matter what happens, will I get another one in its place? Will it kind of clone itself? This is Augmente too, which is nice because Oh, I don't need them anymore, actually, so it kind of doesn't matter. If it did, though, it probably would take me a couple and I would get credit. So I am on an Extimula right now. I think it just wore off. I'm going to put another one on. Yes, nice. All right, so let's see what happens. First, let's see how many fragments I get. This is the original trace, keep in mind, not the copy. So it says +1, just one. It just gave me the one fragment. Yep, and then here it only gave me 1, 2. So the original only gave me 1, and it did not repeat itself. Honestly, besides that 3 out of 3 popping up, the trace charm just worked the way it's supposed to. It copied the original 3 times. The copies gave me bonus fragments. The original didn't give me bonus fragments, and it didn't clone itself, so we're back to normal, which is fine. This is about what I expected out of it. So I still need a couple more newts. That's a buckbeak, not a newt, so we'll check back in when I'm done with those newts. Came back to my vehicle. It is raining like crazy right now outside, and even undercover, it was kind of getting a little wet, so definitely was seeking some shelter. But I did manage, before that happened, to go ahead and finish out the 10 brilliant Newt Scamander foundables. So let's go ahead and finish these tasks. The 15 Aguamente spells, nice strong invigoration potion for that. Draft, excuse me. And return 10 brilliant Newt Scamanders for 1 silver key, which gets us to the rewards for finishing up section 3 out of 4, which is 1250 experience, 75 family experience, 5 restricted section books, I need them, and 10 energy. There we go. So next thing right here, 75 wizarding experience, 3 brilliant Forbidden Forest Pond page images in the registry, which we're about to do in a second, if you're wondering what that is. Complete 5 wizarding challenges with 3 teammates, which really means you and 2 other people. Just a total of 3 will do the job. So this middle one, 3 brilliant Forbidden Forest Pond page images in the registry. So here on this page in the registry, if you notice, the name of the registry page is Brilliant Forbidden Forest Pond. You don't really notice it most of the time because it is definitely not standing out. So it is referring to this page. We need to do 3 images, and this is why I told you to save those 3 images. So we're going to place the Dragon Claw first, which will give us a rank up, I'm sure. Now that's interesting. Dragon Claws are valuable to potion makers, but they aren't easy to get a hold of on account of them being attached to dragons. So that's what Hagrid had to say about that, and I got that rank up. And let's do the Fire Crab next. I've got some experience with fire crabs, and they generally won't blast you if you don't provoke them. But if you do, one of them nearly cost me my beard once. That's 2 out of 3, and then let's place the Dragonhide gloves. What's Hagrid got to say? Dragonhide gloves, eh? They're dead useful when you're handling creatures what don't want to be handled. Nice. There we go. So that would be 3 out of 3 images on this page. Before we go do that, though, I did want to show you on this page here, I decided not to place any images because I wanted to see what order I got. It may be the same for you if it is of interest to you. The first thing I got was the salamander fragment, so I'm going to go ahead and place that. That's the first fragment I got. Now, if I kept that, the next one I got was actually the Brilliant Scorched Tree Stump. First, I got to get this rank up. So then I got the Brilliant Scorched Tree Stump, which is 1 fragment again. So I'm going to place that. It'll give me another 50 family experience. Each of those are only 1 fragment, and you get 50 family experience, so it's fantastic. But you get to the next guy. Oh my gosh, all these rank ups. If you get to the next guy, the next thing I got was the Brilliant Snargaluff. That takes 3 fragments, which means because I let the other 2 go, now I'm going to catch 3 unicorns or buckbeaks, and I'm only going to gain 50 experience instead of getting 1 per because I get to keep placing the salamander. But I wanted to see what order they came in, so let me place the Snargaluff. And last but not least, then it started giving me fragments for the young Acromantula, the brilliant young Acromantula. So I'll place that, another 50 experience, which is going to get me, again, another rank. Fantastic. Rank 64. I think I'm going to make max rank for this event pretty soon. So that is the order they came in for me. The salamander, the Brilliant Scorched Tree, the Snargaluff, and the young Acromantula, the brilliant young Acromantula. And that was getting buckbeaks and unicorns. And they continue to give me fragments, so nice. So back over at special assignments, you can see place 3 brilliant Forbidden Forest Pond page images in the registry. That's what I just did, that second page. So I'll go ahead and collect. So that gives me 1 spell book. The next little bit is not that hard. It is earn 7,500 Wizarding XP, just play the game, and then complete 5 Wizarding challenges with 3 teammates, which means you are going to need to probably go to the night bus, like we talked about in the guide. So just go to the night bus and start looking for chambers that have at least 2 people, become that third person, either get up to 5 or 4, that's fine, or go in with those 3 and it's going to count for this. You got to do 5 Wizarding challenges that way, and you'll finish out task 4 out of 4. For me though, I am going to call it a day because it is pouring outside and we've done quite a bit, and we've still got 6.5 days to complete this event, so there's really no rush to do any of this. Pretty good session overall. Just don't forget, save those 3 images until this page we're on right now so that you can just place those 3 instead of having to grind out any more at that point. All that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Knox.